Ellen Wanjiro, KTN News.
Now, they are among the frontier pastoralist communities stacked between Kenya and Ethiopia. The Dasanach have for a long time remained secluded, their language and culture even baffling their neighbors on both sides of the border. They speak a Cushitic tongue, but historians have linked them to the Pokot of northwestern Kenya. Mark Namaswa toured the region on the Kenya-Ethiopia border and found them in the midst of marriage proposal festivities.
Northern Kenya is dry, windy and sandy, but cultures have thrived here. Farther north of the eastern shores of Lake Turkana, we get wind of a small community called the Dasanach. Vehicles are rare here, and if one shows up, you do anything to get on board. Finally, these goats and tin-roofed manyatas inform us we have arrived in Ileret village, the bastion of the Dasanach in Samburu County. It is a season for marriage arrangements, and we bump into the Kerisas. One of their daughters, Laini Kerisa, has found a suitor. Kiswahili or English are rarely spoken here, and Mzee Julius Korbo comes to our aid.
Iko karama kubwa sana. Ng'ombe karibu 10 tunamaliza. Mbuzi kwanza ini 100 na kitu tunamaliza kwa dunia ile ambaye anakuja hapa.
Laini is ready to be booked for marriage, but first she has to join her age mates, also barely 14, in a customary dance. Ostrich feathers are placed on the heads of prospective brides before the dance. Jingles are attached to the bride's scarves, ready for the dance.
Ukununua shanga ya kichwa, alafu baadaye unanunua hii, baadaye hii saa unatengenezwa, ndio sasa mafasi ya msichana.
The Korbo insists proposals do not automatically mean marriages, but for an outsider, verifying such information is a challenge.
Inaweza kufika mwaka 14, 15 kuendelea mbele namna hiyo, ndio naweza kuolewa.
Dasanach boys of about 16 typically identify a girl and let their parents do the rest of the work.
Hiyo ng'ombe ni mingi sana. Hata naweza kufika 40 au 30. Lakini si siku moja.
Bride price is often shared amongst the father-in-law's brothers.
Kama wadugu, wewe unakula mkono 5. Huyu ni 6, mimi bengine 7. Huyu msee bengine 5. Namna hiyo tu.
The Dasanach not only circumcise their boys, but girls are also thrown into the mix via female genital mutilation. It is illegal, but such isolated communities find it easy to elude the arm of the law. The Dasanach have long complained of being ignored by both the Kenyan and Ethiopian governments. In 1939, they attracted the wrath of the British Royal Air Force, who pounded their area after the Dasanach collaborated with the Inyangatom community in a raid against the Turkana at a time Ethiopia was under the reign of Emperor Haile Selassie. Today, the Dasanach boast of only one MCA representing Ileret Ward. Like any other community living in a hardship zone, the Dasanach children start adapting to tough nomadic lifestyles from a tender age. Despite being one of the smallest communities on the Kenyan-Ethiopian border, the Dasanach remain some of the few communities still